Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a Hendricks Legacy update. So I know it's been a minute since I've done an update on this family. You might have even kind of forgot about this whole legacy because it's not something I said I would upload weekly or even monthly. I would play the legacy for the majority of the time off screen and just kind of give you guys sporadic updates just because I didn't know if I could commit to playing a 10 generation legacy let's play on my channel, because if you could tell, I seem to have trouble with consistency. But we're here, we're back, and you may not recognize who you're seeing across the screen. Also, one, because it's been so long, and then two, because who is this? We are officially in our 4th generation of this legacy. So if you are new to this channel, hi, my name is Makia. My channel name is xVeenaFredishayx, which is Simlish for Let's Play. Welcome to my channel. I was gonna say my crazy, but welcome to my channel because it is a little crazy over here as well. But also, like I said, this is not a every weekly upload type of legacy. We get a couple of updates per generation. I did want to give you another update with the 3rd generation, but sadly, we are down to the last 1% of that generation at this point now, because playing on normal, things go quickly. But let me introduce you to my 4th generation heir, if you have not watched the series, and also if you did, because the last time you saw him, if you watched the previous updates, he was a toddler, so he looks highly different. So like I said, welcome to the 4th generation of my Hendricks Legacy, and this is my 4th generation heir, Mr. Mateo Hendricks. He's officially a young adult, but aging is on pause because he is at university with his older brother and his younger cousin. They kind of 3 grew up together, even though they're not all of the kids for this generation. But yeah, they're the younger set of the generation, and they kind of really grew up together because they're very close in age. So like I said, Mr. Mateo here is the heir for the 4th generation. He is the second born to my previous heir, Mr. Jackson and Layla. Jackson is gone, if you could not tell by my voice. Yes, we're in a completely separate household because like I said, they're at university. I actually wanted to play them at university. I feel like I'll probably do this with every generation just because I actually like taking my Sims to university. So, and while they're at university, because we're on normal, aging will always be paused. And because the 3 grew up together, even though they're technically in different stages of their life, I wanted them to go together. So I held off on Mateo's older brother Nico going to university because I wanted them to go together. All right, so Mr. Mateo, like I said, is my heir for 4th generation. His traits are foodie, art lover, bookworm. He aged up with responsible, good manners, and he also got physically gifted from completing his childhood aspiration. He has happy toddler because he's got some lovely skills when he was a toddler. He has high metabolism from his current aspiration of being a bodybuilder. He also has sage artist, which comes from me playing with Wicked Whims. I play for it mainly because of the added stuff that they've added into the game, even though some of that stuff hasn't been officially added into the game as per now of the updates, because it was about a year since I played this family, so there's a lot I had to do to update the family, to say. And because when I finally went back into this save, it was after we got high school years. Mr. Mateo here had, I think, like a week and a half left in his teenagedom. So he got to graduate with the new high school pack. So he graduated with honors. What an honor. Mateo excelled in high school and will have a great start to career performance, which is going to be topped off by him. Hopefully he'll graduate from honors from Foxbury University, where he is attending to get a distinguished degree in psychology because he wants to be a professor just like his mom. All right, so that is him. We are all in our 1st term. We just finished our 1st week. They will have finals after the weekend because they didn't start, I think their terms didn't start to Tuesday and Wednesday respectively, because the cousin was in a separate household. It was a whole process getting her in here. All right, so I'm gonna hit play because I just said a whole lot of talking and I got a lot of introduction to do. So Mr. Nico here, who is up and shaving off his beard that just grew in overnight. Well, no, he had a little bit of stubble. I let him have. No, sir. No, I need for you to jog. I need you to. We've got to work on your aspiration. We don't got a lot of time. Thank you. Let me introduce your brother properly. Mr. Nico here, as you can see, is a little bit older than his brother, but aging is paused. I'm going to stop saying that. But yes, aging is paused. So, but this is kind of the age gap that they have. He is creative, geek. Ooh, sir, do not cut yourself. Awkward. Creative, geek, art lover. He is happy toddler, good manners, responsible. Right. I don't think I was able to complete his childhood aspiration, so he wasn't able to get that. But he is muser, artist, and sage. All right, and I have him getting ready for today. It is leisure day in this game, which is basically like the last day of summer. So we'll be entering into the fall season tomorrow. Not feeling the song. First of all, the mere fact that it is fall and you have the audacity to say that you don't like spooky music. Rude. I mean, granted, it's not the best, but you know what? I'm gonna let you have it. You don't like spooky music. We gonna deal with it, but it is what it is, sir. That's you. You're not the heir. I'm eventually no longer will be playing with you, so it's fine if you have some dislikes, because honestly, I don't really give my sins some dislikes. It looks like some roommates are having a party. Anyway, did you not finish? Okay, sir, I appreciate you doing homework, but I did ask you to jog. I really need for you to jog. Drink energy drink. Maybe that'll give you the juice to go. And please go jogging. Thank you. Okay. I guess that's why you keep not doing it. I think it's the steps. And he's going back to this. You know what? I'm over it. We have a lot of things to do today, so I don't need to worry about that. So speaking of which, because we have a lot to do today, let me wake up the cousin who the last time you met, she was also a toddler as well. I think all of them were toddlers the last time you saw them. So let's come and take a shower and brush your teeth and get yourself ready today, because it is leisure day. And because I'm finally playing all three, I want to make sure that they kind of have a good relationship with other family members, because even though we've lost almost all of the third generation at this point, I kind of wanted to make sure that we all know the next generation, everyone across the board. So as for Leia, who is, I cannot remember her mama's name. Please forgive me. Jaslyn. There we go. Coming back to me. It's been a minute. Leia's, her traits are hot-headed, jealous, and squeamish. Since I did not play her, she doesn't have any excessive extra traits, but she has home turf from her current aspiration, which is eco-innovator. I did not tell you Nico's aspiration. He wants to be a musical genius. Girl, sing it in the shower, but go ahead. She also has collector, I guess, also from her nature aspiration. I think she had, I don't know. She also has lover and hero, but then she also got a fear from our new wants and fears, that we got since they kind of discontinued whims. She has a fear of crowded places. So I did not play her, like I said, until she aged up into a young adult. I think I played her a little bit to age when she was a teenager, just to kind of get a few little bit of skills, but it was not even like a full sim day. So yeah, so now that she's up and fully ready for the day, this is Leia, all grown up and a young adult. She's kind of technically supposed to be like almost the same age as Mateo, but she's like a couple days younger. So yes, the moms are pregnant at the same time. She has a fear of crowded places. So that surprised me. There are too many Sims around right now. Leia will be tense if around too many Sims on the same lot. And she got that, I think, after spending a day in this dorm. And to be honest with you, I don't blame her. Because you see this? You see this? We have two roommates. I have it on pause because I don't even want to undo it right now, because I know it's about to be a whole mess. And he still didn't finish jogging. I'm over it. Do you need to eat? You kind of don't. We can eat on the later because we got family members to visit. But I actually need you to come up here and take care of your needs. Take a shower. Like, do you need food? You don't. And since you have a fear of crowds, let's go ahead and work on some homework and get that done. We have two roommates that have a love of playing the violin. We got one going right now. We've got parties going, music going. Leia, sis, I get it why you have a fear of crowds. Did you finish your homework? You know what? Go off, sir. Have fun. But we do kind of need to get up on out of here because I want you guys, like I said, to... You don't even know homeboy. You're just playing with him. Oh, he's just here for the roommates party. All right. Where's my hair? Okay, he's doing good. I need him to get some leftover. I said I was going to get some on the way, but then... I remember, I don't think I gave him the always welcome. I could give it to him now, but I'm not intending to have to go cook at anyone's house. Everyone should be covered. Okay, let's see what you want to do. Become friends with Afu, who is technically your brother's actual doormate. So Nico lives in this room, and Mateo has a room to himself. Surprisingly, when I moved them in, I actually thought someone was going to auto-assign to this bed, and I was just going to leave it be. I actually just chose their beds, and I was like, because I didn't want the brothers to share a room, because, I mean, they don't share one at home, and I kind of wanted them to get to know more people, because to be honest with you, I don't play with my Sims. Like, I don't get my Sims out. So, sir, get leftovers from your own fridge, because you're going to a completely different fridge than the one I'm actually telling you to get leftovers from. Anyway, it's school spirit day, which is good, but we're actually going to be leaving campus. So you, sir, you don't need to actually shower, but you could come and change up your clothes, put on some clothes for the day. It is a little bit chilly, even though it is summer. It is the last day of summer, but it was cool. All right, you got some food. You, ma'am. Why are you here? Did your fear go away? Oh no, you still have a fear. You're just not stressed about it right now. Okay, but since you're down here, then can you finish the rest of your homework? Because I want all of you to pass very well. I didn't even tell you what Nico and Leia are going to school for. So Nico, of course, because of his aspiration being musical genius, he is going to Foxbury for fine arts. Okay, so this may sound bad. I feel bad for my non-heirs and my spares because they're not technically going to a university that is actually the best for their skill. So Nico, Leia, because I didn't play her, she wasn't gonna be able to get any distinguished degrees anyway. But I played Nico. He was actually able to get into Foxbury for distinguished, but because I wanted him to go to the same school as his brother, mainly because I wanted them to live on campus, so he didn't get the option. I'm sorry, sir, Nico. I'm sorry. I wanted you guys to have dorm life experience. So he doesn't get to go to Brightchester, which is his father's alma mater, and he would have been able to get a distinguished degree, which is cool. Come talk to your cousin, because you don't talk to her very much. Like, I need for y'all to get to know each other, because of course her and Mateo are close because they're really close in age. Like, to me, they would be like in the same grade. They may be like a year apart in our age thing. All right, enthused about processing. Oh, I forgot, Nico has a lifestyle. He has a techie lifestyle, people person, and indoorsy. And I think Mateo doesn't have, no, he has a single and loving it. Single, loving it, and people person. And Miss Lay, she's actually going for communications. I didn't really know what to give her. She aged up with this aspiration, so I figured I just had her going to school for something that worked for that aspiration. All right, so it's later in the day, and I want to get everyone out so that we can go fully introduce ourselves to the rest of the family. And while I travel, I'll throw in some screenshots of the progress that we made on this legacy while I was away. All right, guys, so here we are with the very firstborn of this generation. Hold up, pause. Just realized roommate came. Sir, this is not that type of party. I know you had a whole late night chat session with him, but can you send him away? This is not that type of party. I'm so serious. talking about, saw you heading out, so what are we doing? I'm visiting family. We don't have that type of relationship. I know we had a little flirtationship last night, but that's not this. All right, I sent him away so that we can have a nice family chat, like I was saying. Oh my goodness, I got completely distracted by that. Goodness gracious, like I was saying. So here is the firstborn of the 4th generation, and I'm gonna show you where she is on our family tree and kind of explain who we are, just in case you haven't watched. So this is her mom. She's actually the firstborn from my 2nd generation. So let me start from the top, because just in case you have not been here, and I've actually kind of had the family tree on the Plum Tree website. I will link it below. I actually need to update it, but I'll probably try to remember to always have it linked in the description of these videos so that you can kind of really see the family tree. So my my founder is Zuri, and then the next heir was Bria. They had another brother, but looks like not a brother. They had a brother, but it looks like he's been culled from the family tree. That's why I kind of wanted to have the plum tree so that you can see it without the game culling anything. Because he's actually the firstborn. But because I've played a legacy on my own where every heir ended up being the firstborn, with this legacy, no matter what, the firstborn is never the legacy. So, and then Zuri had 3 kids. Because he's from the family tree, blank on his name at this point, but it will be up on the link. So she had Briar and her twin Bailey. They're twins, but Bailey is still looking very young, and I didn't realize she got a job as a surgeon. Okay, go off, sis. I mean, you've been alive this long, you might as well. And as you can tell by her last name, Vitor, she got married to a vampire, but she was already a vampire when she got married to him. Yes, she was. I was trying to remember. She was already a vampire when she got married to him, because of the aspiration she got when she aged up, and she wasn't going to be the heir. I let her be it, because she's technically the second born, and her sister is actually the last born. Briar, excuse me, I keep saying Briar, that's from a different legacy. Briar is the heir. And then she had 3 kids of her own, which was Jaleesa, who died of old age, as you can see, and she was an alien goods trader, whatever career field that is, I don't remember. I kind of just put her in that, but she did go to university, and I did have her graduate because she was still in the household at the time. Yes, all 3 kids went to university and graduated. So then she had these 2 lovely girls. She had Caitlin Fry. She actually had Caitlin when I was playing her, but the game actually gave her Kyra, whose husband seems to be on campus. Oh well, anyway. And so actually, story progression doesn't have this set up now where Sims can get married, but I believe MCC, which I play with, gave her this marriage but not these kids. No, yes, I think that, okay, it's a lot to explain with this family tree, excuse me, because mods have helped things, even though we do have story progression in this game, and story progression has done some things to this family already. But anyway, MCC gave her the twins, because when I went back into the household to give them all updates, because we've had so many created some updates since the last time I played the family, or the legacy in general. We got the hair, sexual orientation. I've also changed the custom eyes that I use. Just a lot of changes have been made, so I had to go in and edit families. I went in and was trying to accidentally clicked her body, and I said I couldn't edit, and I was like, I'm trying to edit her body, but then I was like, wait a minute, can't edit? She must be pregnant. I wasn't playing her, so it is what it is. Come to find out, she was pregnant with twins. Then she got married, and the game MCC moved her out, so she's with her husband, who is not the father of these twins, even though genetically he's not, but the game says he is the father. Whatever. Okay, and so she has a younger sister named Kiara, who husband I did give because I thought the girls were still living together, because like I said, I didn't play them. I don't play them once I move them out, and I've never actually played the girls. Maybe because she's the oldest. Caitlin, I played her as a toddler for the shortest amount of time. But yes, So I gave her this husband. I had them try for a baby, but I'm not sure she's pregnant. We'll be visiting them and we'll find that out. So there we are. And then we have Jaslyn, who is Leia's mother, and also Lily, who is her older sister, who is adopted, and then my actual heir, Jackson, and his kids. So there's our family tree all broken down with all of that rambling. So I need to make sure that we all know our cousins and know our cousins' kids. Homeboy's already over here in his swimwear, so let's make sure we know our cousins' children. Let's make sure we all introduce ourselves greatly. She's going in the house, so I think someone needs to knock on the door to make sure she don't just, knock on the door. See, look at them all introducing themselves to the kitties. Friendly introduction. Look at the, oh no, you just chatting, but you don't, yes, friendly. No choices. Okay, we can't chat with him. All right, and this is her house. I plopped her down in Copperdale. This is technically the vacation lot in Copperdale, but the house that the MCC had moved her to was a very small house for her to be having twins and her possibly having more kids. I have the household set to be able to have babies, so I will see what the game does. Where did she go? Oh, she's down here with her husband, who is Abraham Fries. Like I said, I don't know them very well. I don't play them, so the game gave her this husband, so I don't know him. Hopefully they're having a happy relationship, but I want to make sure that we all know them. And I believe Caitlin is already an adult. Yes, I believe all of the older kids from this generation are already adults. She's going downstairs. Okay, thank you. Like, I need all of you. Okay, all of you are going downstairs to introduce yourselves to him. Caitlin, you gonna take care of your toddlers? I plopped her down but didn't put any toddler stuff in this house, so I hope she can take care of her kids. It is what it is. But yes, I like to keep the family connections because I definitely also want to invite over for family function once Mateo officially goes back home to Brittleton Bay and takes over the house and starts his family. I want him to be able to know people to invite, family members to invite over. I want to keep the family connections as much as I can, as much as possible. All right, so let's make sure we all know him flatter. Leia, you don't need to know him very heavily, but you know. I need to make sure definitely my heir knows everyone. Okay, talk about cooking with him. Oh, look at you gaining a sentiment with your cousin-in-law. Offer gratitude to Abraham. Nico, where are you going? Do you give a hug? Because you're actually really close with Caitlin, or you were at one point. Express admiration. She was the older cousin that you looked up to, because Nico actually visited Jaleesa quite often because she lived in Oasis Springs with her husband Austin, who I actually have some tea to tell you about. Where are you going, Mateo? Y'all all keep coming upstairs, which is cool, but make sure you talk to the toddlers. Oh, they seem to need attention. That sounds like a job for their parents, but so let's try to go brighten their day. But yes, I didn't show you the spouses of my heirs. I'm sorry, I keep going into the family tree. But yes, there we go. I was about to say, hold up, where'd he go? Right. So yes, you see Austin had some more kids than I realized. And one of those faces might look familiar if you have kept up with the family, or even if you go back and watch the previous updates for this family. Austin came in total with 5 kids by the time he died. I did not know. So Austin married into the family, so that means I did not play him. Before he married into the family, the game had generated him to be the father of 3 other children, even though he never met them. Because when I played Austin, because he did move into the family, and when I played him, he never knew them. So I was like, how does he have, I didn't find out till about the time I moved them out that he had other kids. So I was like, wait a minute. And I meant to mention it in the last update, but it completely slipped my mind. I was like, why does he have a tick on his picture other than the tick that he has with Jaleesa? And then I saw that he has 3 kids. One of those kids is actually the sister of my heir's mother. So yes, she is the half sister of my heir's cousin, but also she's the full sister of my heir's mother. Awkward. I don't know how it happened. So like I said, MCC, I think, generated him to be the father of these 3 kids. Austin knew Jaleesa through high school. I had them connect because I was like, easy peasy. They had a little love connection in high school. I can get her settled and squared away with her spouse right off the bat. So that's who I had her get married to. I didn't realize that, like I said, until around the time that I was moving them out, because he doesn't know them in his panel, that he had other kids. So the whole family connection was just looping and looping, but okay. So these are his 3 other children. I've never had these kids. I've never had Jaleesa's kids talk to them because, like I said, Austin didn't know them. So I kind of have the storyline that before Mr. Austin decided to settle down with Jaleesa, he was a bit of a donor and fathered 3 kids unknowingly. It's out there. The kids never seeked him out, nor did the mother let them seek. It is what it is. He never knew them. Oh, why are you guys sad? Teacher talk. Because actually we do need to go, because I didn't realize it was this late in the afternoon. We did have a nice little chat with Jaleesa and her family. I need to make sure we did get to know Abraham. Yes, we got a sentiment. And her children's name are Vaughn and Prince. Her new last name is Fries. Oh, that is so cute. All right, lovely little family dynamic. Y'all need to come outside and come get your toddler, because one is walking away and I'm not here for the babysitting. So I'm going to head on out, and hold on, she's getting a call and we missed it. Too bad. I'm head on out to Caitlin's baby sister, who's still living in the house that she grew up in Oasis Springs. All right, guys, so here we are in stumbling in Oasis Springs, meeting Kiara, who I think is pregnant. She is. Heartfelt compliment. Come greet your cousin who is pregnant and wearing the wrong outfit to be pregnant, but it's all right. Okay, let me check and see what I have, because I'm not playing her. So let's see. Oh, she's having a boy. Okay, so it looks like all of Jaleesa's kids, because she had girls, are having boys. That is cute. All right, so let's make sure we offer gratitude to her. She seems to be very sad. Try to cheer her up as well. Let's come and talk to brighten her day. Let's talk to her and share some photos. I don't know if you know her. Okay, you do. Hug and ask baby's due date, and this is her husband, who it's in my head already saved in my gallery. I was like, well, potential spouse anyway, so I put him in the game. So this is her husband. I don't remember much about him, like I said, because I don't know him very well. So let's also make sure we all introduce ourselves to him as well. Polite introduction. Let's all make sure that we get to know all the extra family members. Okay, who's calling Nico? Cousin, we just visited you. We can't go to no festival with you. It's cool though. Thanks for the invite. We visiting your sister. Oh. All right, got my little screenshot. Ooh, all over the place. There we go. And what is his name? Adonis. That's his name. So Kiara married a man named Adonis. We will get to know his traits eventually, because like I said, I want to be able to make sure, because we did it with the previous generations, to make sure that I kept the connection. That's how they all at least have somewhat of decent relationships with their cousins. All right. Yes, make sure, let's see if we can at least get one of his traits in before we dip on out of here. Get to know, because I do want to head on home to Bridleton Bay. What happened back there? What's going on? Oh, I think he's helping her feel better. Oh, yes, among friends. Oh, he's adventurous. Okay, there we go. We're learning stuff. Let's not mock his facial hair. Offer gratitude for letting us in his home, even though he moved into this house. This is Kiara's family home. Austin is from Oasis Springs, so I figured Jaleesa would just move there. Very different from where she grew up. I'm not taking no prank calls right now. Dealing with family. Thank you. Homegirl went and grabbed her a plate. Okay. Ask to fill baby. Actually not, because I kind of want you to leave the food here for them. Can you put that away? Put it away. Because like I said, I wanted to head home to Bridleton Bay so that we can visit home and actually visit Leia's older sister. Do you guys not have a thermostat? Oh, well, if that case, I'm going to dip on out so I don't have any family members dying of heat stroke. Oh, this is cute. They kind of having their own little chat, getting along. All right, yes, I'm gonna wait for her to put that away, and then I think because everyone has fully introduced themselves and talked to Adonis and Kiara, we should be able to head on out. I don't know why she's sad. It might be pregnancy hormones. Yeah, it looks like she's heading to cry it out. So we're gonna head on out and head on home to Bridleton Bay. All right, guys, so we're finally here in Bridleton Bay after spending the day traveling the sim world. But we've got family all over the sim world. All right, so this is where Leia grew up with her older sister, who is adopted, who's still in her workwear. Blow some horns at your sister saying, "I'm home." I feel like she would do something like that with her sister. Brighten your cousin's day. All of you, let's chat it up with her real quick and then head on just a little bit over the way to our own house. I was about to say, am I heading in the right direction? Yes, I am. To our own house over here. It has been changed quite a bit since the update. I mean, I uploaded a speed build of the house, so hopefully you guys have watched that. If not, I will link it somewhere so you guys can see me build up the house that will be living through the 4th generation. All right, let's ask her about her day. All right. And let's get to know her a little bit more. So yes, this is Leia's older sister, Lily, who was adopted by Jaslyn. So Jaslyn is a lesbian, and she married Monica, who was someone that she met she didn't meet her at university, but she met her while she was at university. I feel like she's going to grab food out of the fridge. I'm going to let her grab it. She's hungry. This is the house she grew up in. I'm going to let her grab some food. So go ahead and grab some food, sweetie. You kept trying to grab food at your cousin's house. But anyway, like I was saying, I had Jaslyn adopt Lily before I completely moved her out of the house and moved her here into Bridleton Bay. I just felt like she wanted to stay home just because of how Jaslyn was growing up. I figured she would want to stay in the town that she grew up in, so I had her just move not far from where she grew up with her wife and had her adopt Lily. The game had Monica get pregnant, and they had Leia. So that's how we ended up with 2 kids. As for Lily, she is an adult. To be honest with you, the vibe that I got from her is that she's okay with not necessarily having kids or getting married. Not to say that she wouldn't be out in these streets dating, but she's not in for being settled down. She doesn't officially have the non-committal trait, but I feel like that's how she would kind of be. I don't remember all of her traits. I know we did just learn that she loves outdoors. She's also a slob, and let's see if we could learn I mean, I am playing her sister who knows all of her traits, but I kind of want Nico to learn about her. Let's learn her career as well. Goodness, y'all are loud. Okay, yeah, she's a dirt digger. I should have had you learn the career. Oh, you know, you did not learn Kiara's career. Okay, we need to learn hers. You know Caitlyn's. So, oh no, that's Leia. She knows. Okay, so yes, her sister is a green fiend, slob, and loves the outdoors. So I figured she, you know, she picked some things up from her sister, but I don't think Leia will want to stay in this house once she's done. I was about to say, where did you go? Okay, so it's definitely getting super late, so we probably should head over to our own house and chat it up with Mom, who's over here in this bush hiding out. Okay, ma'am. Do you have a sneaky link coming? Okay, we're going to head on out and let your sneaky link come in. Let's head on over to our home. All right, guys, so here we are at home. Let's go ahead and knock on the door, even though we technically, this is our house. Our mom wouldn't have us just knocking on the door, but this is kind of a surprise visit on leisure day. She didn't know we was coming. So this is the most recent house for my lovely Hendricks Legacy that I built. It's definitely some changes from the speed build because we've had not only some creative sim updates, but also some build and buy updates. So I actually built a mausoleum for this lovely family, which I haven't actually placed the graves at yet. I wanted to actually go with Jackson and have that be his last update, but sadly he passed away before I could do that. So I figured once Mateo graduates from university, that's what I will have him do, because honestly by the time he graduates and moves back home, it will probably be his mom's time. So the graveyard I had initially built that you may have seen in the last update, or even, no, I don't think in the speed build that I even showed the house after I had placed it down with them. So yes, so I had the grave I had over here. So because I built a mausoleum, I kind of put just in a natural pond over here. I left the dead cow plant that I had over by the garden. I just kind of left it over here instead of moving it inward. And this is kind of the lot we built. It's nighttime, so it's kind of hard for me to show it off completely. Yes, this is Jackson still sitting out here because I wasn't ready to place him down. That's actually part of the reason why it's been a while since I played this household, because Jackson was my first male heir for this legacy, and I loved him dearly, and I was a little sad when he died. He died a proper celebrity, and I really thought he was gonna make it until Mateo aged up to a young adult. I think he had like 2 days left and he aged up. But okay, everyone's gonna go grab food, or well, Leia doesn't need to grab food, but I kind of want you guys to cook on the grill because it is leisure day and we kind of need to complete some of the traditions. It's late. You may have some actually grilled food in the fridge at home anyway. There you go. Where is Mom? Where is she at? All right, so yes, I did update the garden to look like this. I kind of wish you guys were able to see how the house looked before all the recent updates, but like I said, Jackson died, and so I just kind of made updates after he was gone. I have no idea where mother is. Also, I put our pond that was our koi pond that was over there by our graveyard. I moved it over here in the back because we have a natural pond now. Maybe she went to sleep because it is late. Oh no, she's over here playing chess. I was about to say, Mom, where you go to? There you go. You're eating, so Air, come and talk to your mama. Offer gratitude from Mom. Hey Mom. So yes, this is the 1% of my of my third generation that is still alive. She is an elder, still ticking, but definitely on her way out. This is my third heir Jackson's not a childhood friend that kind of became his high school crush, but they didn't really do anything until they were in university. Their whole story is in the last update, so you can check on them. But I do have a little bit of a last update on Layla before we say goodbye to her in this part. She was in university because of her struggles with university in the last part still, even though she was already married and had 2 kids. Sadly, after that part, she got suspended from university. So, like I said, this girl had a struggle. She really got suspended, and I was surprised when it happened. I was like, what? I knew she was already on probation, but I thought that the semester after she was on probation that we were doing really well. She was going to be able to get out of probation. But nope, we got suspended, and once you're suspended, you kind of don't. And I think she was already an adult by the time she got suspended, so it was just, we had to wait. And then by the time we went back, homegirl did not graduate university until she was elder. I literally have a picture of her graduating university with gray hair. So she did not even enter her career as a professor until she was an elder, which is sad because that means she will not be able to make it to the top of her career, which Jackson did. He was able to retire. Like, Jackson was my superstar heir, and that's why I really wanted to give him a final send-off and another update, and I wasn't able to because he left with I'm so sad. He left without being able to say goodbye to him properly. But yeah, so his wife is still here ticking. They had a loving relationship all the way through their marriage. Like, it was super sweet and almost teetering on cheesy how cute they were, because Jackson would randomly just serenade her throughout when they would be just doing random things. Dinner, they'll be out playing chess or just out in the garden. He would just randomly sing to her, and I'm just like, bruh, I get it, you're in love with her. But they grew up together. They had a bond, a close friendship bond, and then they bonded even more once they started becoming romantic. Very sweet, very, very sweet. So here is my lovely couple in their final stages before Mr. Jackson passed away. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? All right, and this is the lovely house. I will show it off more when we do the next update, when Mr. Mateo is actually officially graduated and back home. But yes, go ahead and talk it up with your mom. Discuss favorite authors with your mom. Heartfelt compliment, yes. Because, like, Mateo's actually feel that he's actually going to school for is what he's doing because of his mom. I feel like he's trying to make up. His mom won't be able to reach the top of the career, but he's going to work on doing that. And with that, guys, I think, oh no, one more thing. Yes, Mr. Mateo doesn't have any romantic relationships at this point, so hopefully the next time you see him, he will. But I did want to tell you about Mr. Nico, because homeboy who's sitting over here in the hot tub actually did have a girlfriend that I was going to actually set up to be a spouse. Because like I said, if you're not the heir, I got to make sure your relationships are set at a certain point so that I know who to hook you up with and set you up with, so that when it's time for you to move out, you are good to go. So he had a girlfriend that he dated in high school who I was set to be like, yep, she's going to be your boo. You're going to get married. And they were dating even as an adult. Not adults, young adults, excuse me. So I said she was actually going to be the 4th member that I was going to bring along when they all went to university. But I think, was it after one sim day of me loading back into the save after the most recent updates with the wants and fears, he got a want to break up with Nadine. And the whole description was that even though he doesn't have any ill will, it didn't really say it in that term, but basically saying like not that he doesn't dislike Nadine at this point, he's just not in love with her anymore. So he wanted to break up with her. He doesn't even know her an adult trait at this point. That's how quickly he wanted to break up with her after he was like, in my mind, he's like, look, I'm about to go to university, not trying to have a whole college girlfriend, high school girlfriend. Let's see what I meet out there. So we'll see if he meets someone in university. We have yet to see any romantic relationships yet, but also it's only been the first term, so we've got to work on that. So we will see. Maybe he will get back with Nadine in the future, maybe not, and maybe he'll have something completely different. And because I didn't play Leia, of course she doesn't have any romantic relationships. But I think that will be it for this Hendricks Legacy update. We talked a lot. We had a lot of updates in between to the game and to the family in general. So hopefully the next time it will be not that long of a wait between updates, because I'm actually really enjoying being back into this family because I love them dearly, and that's part of the reason why I started even doing this type of let's play with them anyway, where I'm giving you guys updates. So I'm going to end this lovely Hendricks Legacy update here because Homegirl's been talking a lot. I need me some water because my mouth is dry. I did have a lot to talk about. I didn't even think I would have because it's been so long since I've updated this family. But I did. I played through a lot. I played through their entire childhood into young adulthood. And now I've got to get ready for my 5th generation. Have no idea where it's going to go, but hopefully I will enjoy it along the way, and hopefully you will too. So if you enjoyed this update of my Hendricks Legacy family, please go ahead and leave your comments and suggestions down below. Hit that like button because you know you want to. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And until next time, guys, bye.